Kingsbridge Road. This is a Coney Island, Stillwell Avenue bound F local train. The next stop is Neptune Avenue.
Stand clear of the...
This is a Manhattan bound F local train. The next stop is West 8th Street, New York Ferry. This is a Manhattan-bound F train via the D local line. The next stop is DeKalb Avenue. This is a Pelham Bay Park-bound 6 express train. The next stop is Parkchester.
This is a 149th Street bound 6 train. The next and last stop is 149th Street, Grand Concourse. This is a Parkchester bound 6 local train. The next stop is 23rd Street.
This is a Crown Heights-bound 5 train. The next stop is Atlantic Avenue, Barclays Center. This is a Brooklyn College, Flatbush Avenue-bound 5 train. The next stop is Atlantic Avenue, Barclays Center. This is an Eastchester, Dyer Avenue-bound 5 local train. The next stop is 3rd Avenue, 149th Street.
This is a Manhattan-bound 5 local train via the 7th Avenue line. The next stop is Baychester Avenue. This is a Brooklyn College, Flatbush Avenue-bound 5 local train. The next stop is Newkirk Avenue.
This is a Woodlawn-bound 5 train via the 4 line. The next stop is 170th Street.
This is an East 180th Street bound 5 express train. The next and last stop is East 180th Street. This is a Reed Avenue bound 5 express train. The next stop is 3rd Avenue, 149th. This is a Reed Avenue bound 5 local train. The next stop is 3rd Avenue, 149th Street. This is a Reed Avenue bound 5 train. The next stop is Burke Avenue.
Stand clear of the...
This is a Manhattan-bound 5 train via the 4 line.
The next stop is Bedford Park Boulevard, Lehman College.
This is a Manhattan-bound 4 train. The next stop is Fordham Road.
Stand clear of the closing door.
This is a Woodlawn-bound 4 train. The next stop is Kingsbridge Road. This is a Woodlawn-bound 4 train. The next stop is 149th Street, Grand Concourse.
Stand clear of the...
This is a Woodlawn-bound 4 train. The next stop is 161st Street. This is a Burnside Avenue bound 4 local train. The next stop is 161st Street, Yankee Stadium. This is the Cross Avenue bound 4 train. The next stop is Kingston Avenue. This is a Bronx-bound 4 train. The next stop is 116th Street.
Stand clear.
This is a Bronx-bound 4 train. The next stop is 110th Street.
Stand clear of the closing.
This is a 149th Street bound 4 train. The next and last stop is 149th Street, Grand Concourse.
This is a Brooklyn-bound 2 train. The next stop is Central Park North, 110th Street. This is a Brooklyn College Flatbush Avenue bound 2 local train. The next stop is Nevins Street. This is a Manhattan-bound 2 train via the Lexington Avenue line. The next stop is Franklin Avenue, Medgar Evers College. This is a Bronx-bound 2 local train via the Lexington Avenue line. The next stop is Brooklyn Bridge, City Hall. This is a Bronx-bound 2 express train. The next stop is 34th Street, Penn Station. This is a Manhattan-bound 2 express train. The next stop is Atlantic Avenue, Barclays Center.
The electron.
This is a 34th Street, Penn Station bound 2 express train. The next stop is Times Square, 42nd Street.
This is a Brooklyn College Flatbush Avenue bound 2 train. The next stop is Grand Army Place. This is an Eastchester Dyer Avenue bound 2 train. The next stop is Morris Park. This is a Manhattan-bound 2 local train. The next stop is East 180th Street. Second Avenue bound A local train. The next stop is 59th Street, Columbus Circle. This is a Manhattan-bound A train. The next stop is Kingsbridge Road. This is a Bronx-bound A train via the D line. The next stop is 155th Street. This is a Norwood 205th Street bound A train via the D line. The next stop is 174th, 175th Streets. This is a 207th Street bound A express train. The next stop is 175th Street. This is a Brooklyn-bound C local train. The next stop is 125th Street. This is a 125th Street bound C local train. The next and last stop is 125th Street. This is a 2nd Avenue bound C train via the F line. The next stop is 23rd Street. This is a Church Avenue bound C train via the F line. The next stop is J Street Metrotech.
The foamers.
This is a 205th Street bound C train via the D line. The next stop is Kingsbridge Road. This is a Bedford Park Boulevard bound C train via the D line. The next stop is Kingsbridge Road.
Watch it.
This is a Manhattan-bound C train via the D line. The next stop is 174th, 175th Street. This is a Broadway Junction-bound C local train. The next stop is J Street Metrotech.
Is a 179th Street bound E local train. The next stop is 75th Avenue.
Stand.
This is a World Trade Center bound E express train. The next stop is 5th Avenue, 53rd Street.
This is a Brooklyn-bound B train via the N line. The next stop is 23rd Street.
This is at Coney Island. This is at Coney Island, Stillwell Avenue bound D express train. The next stop is Bay Parkway. The Manhattan bound D. The next stop is Milton Park Boulevard. This is at Coney Island, Stillwell Avenue bound D local train. The next and last stop is. This is a Manhattan-bound M express train. The next stop is Jackson Heights, Roosevelt Avenue.
Eastbound N train via the F line. The next stop is Lexington Avenue, 63rd Street. This is a Queens-bound N train via the F line. The next stop is Roosevelt Island. The Forest Hills 71st Avenue bound N train via the R line. The next stop is 36th Street.
This is at Coney Island, Stillwell Avenue bound N train. The next stop is 36th.
This is a Lexington Avenue 59th Street bound N local train. The next stop is 8th Street, NYU.
This is a Manhattan-bound M train. The next stop is Utrecht Avenue. This is a Manhattan-bound Q local train.
The next stop is West 8th Street, New York Aquarium. This is a 21st Street Queensbridge bound Q train. The next and last stop is 21st Street, Queensbridge. This is a Times Square 42nd Street bound Q express train. The next stop is 34th Street, Herald Square. This is a 57th Street, 7th Avenue bound Q train via the R line. The next stop is Cortlandt Street. This is a Coney Island, Stillwell Avenue bound Q train via the D line. The next stop is Fort Hamilton Parkway.
This is a Bay Ridge 95th Street bound R express train. The next stop is 36th Street. This is a Brooklyn bound R train via the D line. The next stop is Grand Street. This is a Brooklyn-bound R local train. The next stop is 5th Avenue, 53rd Street.
This is a Brighton Beach-bound R train via the Q line. The next stop is 7th Avenue. This is a Jamaica Center Parsons Archer-bound R train. The next stop is 36th Street.
This is a Jamaica Center Parsons Archer bound R train via the E line. The next stop is Jamaica Van Wyck. This is a Coney Island bound W train via the D line. The next stop is Atlantic Avenue Barclay Center.
This is a Forest Hills 71st Avenue bound W train via the R line. The next stop is Queens Plaza. This is a Manhattan-bound W train via the N line. The next stop is Gravesend 86th Street. This is a 36th Street-bound W train. The next stop is Union Street. This is a Canal Street-bound W local train. The next stop is 23rd Street. This is a Brooklyn-bound W local train. The next stop is 23rd Street. This is a Lower East Side, 2nd Avenue bound V local train. The next stop is 42nd Street, Bryant Park.
This is a Jamaica 179th Street bound B express train. The next stop is Forest Hills, 71st Avenue.
The next stop is Kew Gardens Union Turnpike. This is a Manhattan-bound Z train via the L line. The next stop is Hudson Boulevard. This is a Nassau Avenue-bound G train. The next and last stop is Nassau Avenue. This is a Brooklyn-bound G train via the Queens Boulevard local line. The next stop is 21st Street. This is a Brooklyn-bound G train. The next stop is 21st Street. This is a Manhattan-bound L train. The next stop is East 105th Street.
This is a Euclid Avenue-bound shuttle train. The next stop is Beach 105th Street. This is a Broad Channel-bound shuttle train. The next stop is Beach 90th Street.
This is a Prospect Park-bound J train via the M line.
The next stop is
7th Avenue.
This is a Hughes Street bound J local train.
the next stop is
Crescent Street.
Stand.
This is a Brooklyn-bound Z skip stop train.
the next stop is Delancey Street, Essex Street.